All right, so the first thing we're going to really focus on today is just some fundamental spine health, okay? So this is going to be a warm-up or a cool-down, something to do whenever you want, but I would try to incorporate it into your regular daily life. Again, the idea is adaptability. How can we create adaptability of the spine? Okay, so I'm going to stand with my feet hips distance apart. I'm going to take my hands across my collarbones for security, and then I'm just going to side bend to the right, and then I'm going to side bend to the left. Now, different things to think about while you're doing this, okay, is that you're breathing consistently and all the time. Okay, so I don't care if you're inhaling or you're exhaling, but just being sure that you're noticing your breath and you're moving at the speed of your breath. So it's not about big breaths, it's about slowing everything down. Okay, and we're just flexing the spine from side to side. All right, so next thing I do, I'm going to grab one of my wrists behind my hips, and I'm just going to start to turn to my right, and then I'm just going to turn to my left. Okay, same thing, a little bit of a rotation from the lower body, but really trying to emphasize the shoulder girdle, the rib basket, and the head moving around the spine. All right, we'll take it to your lower body, and I just want you to shift side to side. So putting your weight into your left hip and your right hip, and just kind of wobbling from left to right. Okay, so this is still, you're warming up, you're dropping into your body, you're trying to heighten your senses. All right, now I'm going to pause. I'm going to do my head. So just ear to shoulder, just moving the neck, hanging out when it feels good. All right, and then I'm going to visit that lateral flexion again, cross my arms, side bend right, side bend left. I'm going to add a rotation now, so I'm side bending right, I'm going to rotate to the right. Unwind, side bend to the left, and I rotate to the left. Okay, small motions. I don't need to make big, lavish inputs for my nervous system to take in what I'm trying to teach it to do, which is just to bend and to rotate. All right, I'm going to go up to my head. I'm going to do some neck rolls. Okay, I usually encourage you to go slower than faster. I like to squeeze my fists. And eventually you're going to change directions. All right, and then some shoulder circles backwards. So 4 directions I want your shoulder to move in. I want your shoulder joint to move forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. So it's like you're moving your shoulder joint in a clock motion. Forward, up, back, down. There's a whole bunch of different verbiage I could use to describe what this motion is, but we're going to keep it simple. So just 4 points, 4 positions you hit with your shoulder joint. And then I want you to reverse it. So you're going to go down, back, up, forward. So down, back, up, forward. Tuning in with my breath still. You'll notice I'm barefoot. I would encourage people to do this stuff at home barefoot, no socks, just bare feet. All right, then I'm going to square my feet off, and I'm just going to start with my ankles. So I'm just going to pulse my heels up and then pulse my heels down. Okay, you can do this 10 times, you can do it 50 times. The thing I want you to think about is, are you able to keep most of the pressure on the outer edges of your feet? All right, so pinky toe, ring toe, almost no weight on the big toe. Okay, maybe you notice, maybe you're able to see that it's not about how high I lift, it's about being able to just pick up the heels, be specific with the pressure in the feet, and then balance there. Okay, so if you come up too high, you might fall forward. That's not the goal right now. That's not the direction we want to go in. I just want to see if I can strengthen the outer edges of my ankle and my foot, encourage a supinating motion of my ankle. And can I just hang out at the top? You know, can I just breathe, just go up and go down? Simple motions. Simple motions will take you the furthest. Not only here, but like in life. The simple motions, simple small actions consistently will take you the furthest. All right, here's the last one for the rib cage. What I want you to do, you're going to try and puff your chest up. On an exhalation, I'm going to try and round my rib cage to the back of my spine. Fantastic. Go back to my bilateral stance, feet about hands distance apart, and I shift. Okay, maybe I do a little side bend. Maybe I do a side bend with a chin drop. Maybe I drop my chin all the way down, reverse it to the other side. All right, and then from here, all I want you to do, simple exercise, again, just getting the body weight to load onto the legs. Send your hips back, put your hands on top of your knees, and you push down with your hands and you breathe. Now, if you're thinking about your tailbone and your low back, you want to avoid rounding it excessively here, okay? You also don't want your belly and your gut to be just hanging loose. I'm going to actively breathe. And when I exhale, I'm going to try and pull my stomach toward my spine. The idea is to pump your belly. And maybe you reach your arms forward. You see if you can sit a little lower. Maybe you come onto your elbows and forearms. You just breathe. You count. If you get bored or you get anxious, just shift your weight forward and back. So this is like movement 101. This is really, really basic stuff. If your belly can rest on your thighs, that's good. If you want to make this exercise more advanced, pull your belly off your thighs. But not by rounding your spine, but just by exhaling your diaphragm off your stomach. All right, and then I'm going to stand up. Okay, I'm going to take a moment, and I just want to reach my arms up as high as I can. So it feels like a stretch, feels like a stretch, feels like a stretch, and then you let it go. Okay, do that about 3 more times. So you're just going to reach up. Then you let it go. Okay, this time I'm going to reach up. I'm going to imagine like I'm holding 2 plates on my palms. I reach, 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 and I let it go. Last one, I reach. Maybe I even lift my heels. Maybe I look up. Okay, and I let it go. All right. So what I want you to try next is you're going to reach your left arm forward, palm facing down, and then your right hand is going to go on your chest. Okay. You're going to turn your left palm up, and you're going to turn your body away from your hand. Okay. So it's just like this. My palm spins up. I turn away from that arm. My palm spins down. Okay, and I turn back squared with the camera, squared with you. So I turn, and this is the whole motion. Okay, you can let it go into your hips a little bit. I'm really emphasizing the rib cage. Okay, when all we're trying to do is just teach the spine to move with the arms, the shoulder specifically. Okay, you change sides, so left hand on your chest, right palm facing down. Okay, as I spin my palm up, my ribs turn away from that arm. As I spin my palm down, it turns back toward the arm. There you go. So a note for anybody, this isn't exercise. Like exercise is a whole nother category of movement. Dynamic motion is different than warming up your body, making sure that your joints have the adaptability that we want them to have. Okay. Next thing you're going to do, I want you to reach your arms forward, open them as wide as you can, drop them down. Okay, so you reach your arms forward, palms up, you open them as wide as you can, and you come down. So you reach forward, you open up, and you're down. You reach forward, you open up. Okay, you want to be able to have flat hands up. I'm still rolling my thumbs down, so it's like your thumb is lower than your pinky. Arms go down, one more, I reach forward, I open up. Okay, and then just a couple times to encourage the chest to open, I just want you to try and press your thumbs back as far as you can. Okay, and as I'm doing this, I'm trying to be mindful. I'm trying not to slip into my low back. I'm not trying to let my ribs go. I'm just kind of staying centered with my abdominal and pelvic region, pushing my arms back, opening up. And then what I want you to do is take your knuckles, put your knuckles outside your temple like this, and then 10 to 30 times, I want your elbows to touch, and then your elbows to open. That's it. That's the whole motion. All right, and for sake of video time, I'm just going to do 10. So upper body is a little bit more primed now. Let's get into the lower body. So what I want you to do is your right leg's going to stay forward, and you're going to step your left leg back. Not too far back, not too close either, okay? It's kind of about finding a good medium ground. I have about 2 feet between my feet right now. First thing I'm going to do, just find my collarbone, secure myself. I want you to side bend toward your back leg and then back to the middle, about 8 times. Okay, so I'm bending toward my back leg and then back to the middle, okay? Meanwhile, my back heel is up. Okay, so back heel doesn't touch the ground. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and now all I want you to do is you're gonna try and turn your body into your lead leg. So toward your right leg, you're just gonna turn and square it off 8 times. Okay. Same idea, I'm breathing, I'm moving at the speed of my breath. Okay, my front shin is relatively vertical. Knee might be over the toes a little bit. All right, and then I step up. I step my right leg back. Okay, cross my arms the opposite way over my collarbones. Okay, front knee is bent, back heel is high, and then all I'm going to do is side bend toward my back leg and up. Okay, so you might feel like you're shifting your hips to the left. That's fine. Okay, so I'm side bending and I'm up. Working on keeping my balance, keeping my back heel high. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I square my whole body off, and then I do 8 thoracic rotations to the left. So I'm going to turn and up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great, I step forward. I'm going to go back to that athletic position where I'm resting my hands on my thighs. And you breathe. Okay, you can take 4 breaths, you can take 10 breaths. I would encourage you to be here for about 45 seconds to 2 minutes. Okay, again, get rid of any idea, like any thoughts you're having. You know, if you're making a list, if you're thinking, oh God, this sucks, or this is boring, try to become interested in your breathing, okay? And make this about pumping your diaphragm. So I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to exhale. I'm going to inhale, and exhale. Then you're going to slowly roll up. And then take that outer edge of the foot again. See if you can just lift the heels, lower the heels 10 to 30 times. 9, 10, all right. Last time for the single leg work, you're going to step your left leg back. Okay, your left arm is going to go up, right arm is on your chest, and I just want you to side bend to the right. Okay, so you want to imagine you're creating distance between your left hip and your left rib cage, or your left shoulder joint. Okay, but again, it's all about the spine mechanics. We're just trying to get that spine to side bend, trying to shift our center of gravity or our center of mass a little bit. You step forward, your right leg goes back, back heel is high, left hand on my chest, side bend to the left. All right. So for now, that's where I want you to start. Okay, it's just like getting your spine comfortable, bending, rotating a little bit, and getting your pelvis to shift side to sides. Okay, you can do this before you work out. You can do it when you wake up. You can do it before you go to bed. You could even be watching Netflix or something and just say, "Hey, I'm going to do this video as I watch something else." Okay, so the idea is to just kind of stay moving, start getting the spine to move a little bit, noticing where you feel really balanced, and noticing which movements start to challenge your balance, because that's going to be the region of adaptability that we really want to work on, broadening. And you know, if this is a video that was useful to you, and let's say you enjoyed the content, but you're like, Rob, I wish I had this written down somewhere. If you send me a message, I will get a write-up of the movements to you. And again, this isn't exercise. This is just like, it's personal hygiene for your body, okay? Training, exercise, getting into the specifics of like corrective work is a whole nother genre of training. But for now, this is just a way for you to kind of get the movement happening in your joints. Thanks for watching, and leave any feedback you feel that would benefit me knowing. Thanks.